All right. We are live. Very, very
Yay.
exciting. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm thinking that maybe we'll give it like a few minutes. We could
That's
just
fine.
like chat and gab and see if
That's fine.
anyone I see it looks like someone has entered in. Because can you see also, Jeannie, like at the top? I don't know if that's only on my end.
I think it's only on your end. All
Okay,
I see
okay,
is live. Like it says live with the little red thing. That's all I can see.
okay. Hi,
Yeah.
Kia.
Hi, Kia.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Kia, we're just chatting and going over a little bit of like the technical stuff. So I don't know, Jeannie, I'm wondering if you two have ever met
I
through
don't.
anything that I've done,
Do
like
we
in
meet at one
LA.
of your birthday at one of your birthdays? Maybe.
It's possible. It's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Kia,
When
let
you were
us know in
living
the
at,
chat
at
if
the
you
last
recognize
apartment.
Jeannie. Yeah, I'm wondering. Thank you.
Doesn't she look so
Um,
cute? I can't see anything, but I have a feeling that's what she said. That you look so cute.
you can't wait. You can't see the comments.
Oh wait, let me hold on a second, because I'm
Okay.
an elder millennial. I have to go to
Okay.
I think I have to go to comments, and now I can
Okay.
see everything.
Okay. Great.
Swear to God, such an old lady, so
Okay.
stupid.
All right. Listen, I'm so glad though. I'm so glad you could see it. And then one last like housekeeping thing for people that are seeing this in the future. Hello. We're gonna get to it in just a minute,
Yes.
but we are live, and we're just kind of going with it. Jeannie, can you tell if you are? I think you are also streaming on your channel,
I
from
am.
what I
I
can
just got
tell.
the email saying that I went live, so
Okay, amazing. All
yeah.
right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Kia, so happy that you're here.
Thank you for
I see a
being
couple
here.
more people have come in, so don't be shy. Let us know that you're here in the comments. I'm so excited. But we're gonna just go ahead and jump right in because we have a lot of ground to cover.
We do.
So we're gonna get into it. So first, we are going to start by introducing officially my beautiful, lovely, illustrious, amazing, incredible guest and dear friend, Jeannie.
You're so
And
kind.
I mean all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and read Jeannie's bio, and then we're going to talk about just how we met, and then we're going to get into all the juicy tidbits. So let's do it. So, one of Jeannie's earliest memories is sitting beside her grandmother's vanity, watching as she carefully applied her makeup each morning. What began as a simple childhood fascination grew into a lifelong passion and eventually a thriving career. After studying theater in college and moving to Chicago to pursue acting, hey, hey now, theater
Yep.
girlies here.
Yep.
Jeannie discovered her true calling behind the scenes, helping others feel beautiful and confident through makeup artistry. She trained under luxury bridal artists, built her own successful bridal business, and freelanced for global brands like Nike, Walgreens, MAC, and Olay. Today, with over 13 years of experience, Jeannie is based in Los Angeles, working with celebrities, luxury brides, and major beauty brands. Known for her elevated, skin focused approach, she creates makeup looks that are timeless, radiant, and entirely personalized. Beyond her work with clients, Jeannie shares her expertise through her YouTube channel. Make sure, y'all, if you're not subscribed, you need to get on over there and do so. We'll talk more about that later. She shares her expertise through her YouTube channel, where she educates and inspires viewers with approachable professional techniques. More than artistry, Jeannie sees makeup as a way to connect, uplift, and make every client feel beautiful inside and out. Yes.
Yep.
Um,
That's what it's all
I
about.
love that. And I can personally attest to Jeannie and her work because she has also beat my face before. So I have been a client, and I totally know just how much passion she has with what she does and how much it shows through. And you can just tell how much you love makeup artistry. It just always just shines through. So,
Thank
so
you.
happy that you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. And so just a quick little background on how Jeannie and I know each other is that back in Jeannie, was that 20, I want to say it was 2016.
It was before I moved here.
Yeah, I want
It
to
was
say it was like
2017.
2017. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
2017, we were both at an event, like some
It was
type of
for
like
Murad. It was it's a magical story.
it really is. It was for
Yeah.
Murad Skincare.
Yes.
And
We
it
were
was
on
on a
we were on a yacht. Yeah.
Yes, on a yacht in LA, Marina Del Rey. And I remember
Mm-hmm.
seeing this beautiful woman walk on the boat. And still remember like, I have still a picture of what you were wearing that
Oh wow.
day and like your makeup. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, she is so pretty. I love her makeup. And then I think that we just like ended up somehow just, talking, and
Yeah.
really was like fast friends, like right away.
It was. And you know how when you're like, you go to those parties, it's networking parties, and you just make small talk and you're like, I'm never going to see this person ever again. That's not what happened. We just like connected. And I remember just like standing on this boat. We didn't even have places to sit. We were standing, and I just kept talking to you, and I I was like, love this girl.
Same.
She's awesome. Same. I want to be her friend.
Same, exactly. Yeah. I see some more people entered in. Welcome. We will definitely, towards the end, for sure, we will be getting into questions and get Jeannie to answer some questions. So I see you, Esther. I see that you have a question there. We will definitely try to double back to that. So yeah, we were definitely fast friends, and we stayed in touch, and then just over time, just built a really solid friendship, which has been great. So so before we get into the makeup aspect of everything, for those of you that don't know, I'm Krista. I did not say this. I'm Krista Chronicles Life YouTube channel, and on my channel I talk about all things living abroad. I live in Mexico City, as well as midlife. I am in midlife. I will be 50 next April, which
can't even believe it. I can't even believe
it. Crazy to say. It's insane.
No, she looks like she's 31. It's bananas.
So
God,
that's crazy. So I really like to focus on women thriving and embracing aging and everything that comes with it. And so I do a lot of that focus here. And so the focus that I really wanted to steer this conversation towards is makeup in midlife. I'm sure we'll touch on other things, and other tips and things that Jeannie might give may be for everyone, but that is definitely the focus and why I want to have Jeannie on. So before we get into that, I do want to talk to you, Jeannie, a little bit about midlife, just on its own. And I'm just wanting to know, when you think of the term midlife, what comes to mind?
When I think of the term midlife, I think about it differently now. I guess I'm in midlife, which is crazy to think about. And I get it. I remember my dad talking about being in his 40s and being like, I still feel like a teenager. And of course, I was a teenager at the time. And I was like, okay, Dad, whatever. And now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah. Right. Oh, I'm not 21 anymore. Okay. Like, I see, like, I saw like have you seen the Gap denim ad, the cat's eye with milkshake?
I have not seen it yet.
It's a viral. It's these girls like dancing. It's just like the coolest video. And I remember, like, if I had been, I was like, oh, I'm not that age. Okay, like we're not. Right. And I was like, well, for makeup, but like, yeah. So, I'm like, can I do that? Maybe I can do that. Can this older millennial do this Gen Z makeup? We'll see. Anyway, but the term midlife isn't. I don't know. It's not. I guess maybe I thought it was. When I was younger, I thought it was something that was like, oh, midlife. But now I'm like, hell yeah, midlife. And the thing that I have realized getting older is that getting older is a privilege, because there are so many of us, and I mean us collectively as humans, that don't get to. I think in particular of a boy that I went to high school with, who passed away my sophomore year, 2 days before my birthday during our spring break. It was a single car accident. No alcohol was involved. It was a rainy night. And I think he was, and this was before this is before like cell phones and texting. I'm aging myself, but you know, like, you know, he wasn't on a phone. Like, it was just a rainy night. He must have hydroplaned. He ran into a telephone pole and he was killed instantly. And
wow.
And we've talked about, you know, I know he would have had a family. Like, he was just that guy, you know, he was like our class clown. And I think about how much of a privilege it is to age. And being in the industry that I'm in, it's hard because, I mean, I think it's just hard aging as a woman in general, because it's like, you got to look this way. And then between like body and face and everything, it's a lot. And without getting into a whole diatribe, because we could literally just talk about that, let's be honest.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Right. Like, thinking about aging as gracefully as I can, and without, I don't have any filler, I don't have any Botox. No offense to anyone who does. I believe in full body autonomy. You do what's best for you, like, whatever. Personally, it's not for me, but I'm also not ruling out like a nip and a tuck maybe in 20 years, but you know, that's, you know, so
yeah.
Right now, like, let me see how I can age naturally and do it as gracefully as I can. And I'm lucky in the sense that, part of my genetics, my grandmother, God rest her soul, on my dad's side, my Italian grandmother, who passed away in 2018, when she retired at 70, she worked at Macy's. I love telling this story. She worked at Macy's and all of her friends were like, Marie, why are you retiring? Ain't you too young? And she's like, actually, I'm 70 and I've been lying to all of you for the last 30 years. And they were like, what?
That is hilarious.
I was like, you're such a Jean, Ann. Like, stop it. That's the best story. And she was like so excited to tell everybody this story. She's like, none of my friends believed I was retiring because they all thought I was too young.
That's fantastic.
The cutest. But she could get away with it because she just had, you know, she washed her face every night, all the things. So I'm digressing, but yeah, midlife to me, it's just a word. And also it can mean whatever we want it to mean. Right.
I agree. And I do think that what I'm excited about is that we are entering into a time where I feel like women in particular are embracing it. You know, I feel like historically we have not been given the space to age, you know, and we have to age in a certain way in order to still be regarded and in order to still be seen. And that part is exciting to me, that women are showing up, they're claiming it, they're talking about it. We're talking about the things that happen in midlife. There's no hiding about perimenopause or menopause, or
it's finally being talked about. Gosh,
in our body. And so I'm just so glad that there is now a dialogue about this, because it's important, and especially being important that we're not alone in the things that we are experiencing. And so
absolutely.
Yeah. So
in the age of, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, in the age of social, it's like social can be, you can look at it from both sides. Like, yes, it can be detrimental. They're like, if you're doom scrolling and all the things, and like, there's just a lot of bad news, but there's also a lot of really good stuff, right? There's a lot of really good stuff, whether it's people saving animals or people saving each other, or, you know, a little kid laughing at something, or, you know, whatever it is. And it's like, thank goodness we have this now, because we can start the dialogue, and I can talk to you and you're in Mexico City and I'm in Los Angeles. And we can see each other. It's not just over, you know, and everyone else is a part of the conversation as well, right? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So that part is exciting to me. And that's another reason why I really wanted to highlight really focusing on midlife, because first of all, I'm in it. And so just, you know, being able to share experiences and build community around that, I think is a really beautiful thing, and, you know, helpful as we're all traversing in, you know, a myriad of ways. And so I think you kind of answered this a little bit, but I'm curious to know that when you were younger, because you just mentioned your dad and when he was like in his 40s, and maybe you want to expound upon that or something else. What were some of the things that you thought about aging when you were younger that now that you are older proved to be false about aging?
I guess I would say, because I don't know. I guess one of the things when I was a kid, and the way that I've lived my life, is that I always knew, I've always knew that I just wasn't destined to like be behind a desk and work 9 to 5. I've just always known about that about myself. I've always known that I've wanted every day to be different, and I wanted to live a creative life, and I've been really lucky in that respect that I've been able to do that. Have I had to get regular jobs? Sometimes, yes. You know, like I waited tables for 14 years, waited and bartended for 14 years in Chicago while I was doing luxury bridal. You know, like, and then moving to LA is the first time like I haven't had to go back to the restaurant. Have I had to get other jobs? Yes. But like, I don't consider that a failure or anything. So I think for me back then, I always knew that I didn't want to live like, I don't want to say like the expected life, but I never wanted a cookie cutter life. I always wanted a big life. I never really knew what to, you know, and I would look at people who were in middle age, and I would see some of them, and maybe not even family members, but just like friends of my parents, and like who just seemed really unhappy. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen to me. Like, but I didn't really think about it a lot because I was always kind of like in the present and just focusing on the present and if it was the future, it was like 5 to 10 years in the future.
Yes.
So it wasn't really like 20, 25 years. Now I think about 20 to 25 years because with, you know, working out and lifting weights and doing all that stuff, I think about how I'm going to feel when I'm 65, when I'm 75. I want to be upright and I want to be strong, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's different how your perspective changes. Cause when you're young, it's just like, oh, you know, 30's old. And then I got to 30 and I was like, oh, why do I still feel the same on the inside? Like this is, you know, like,
exactly.
I really still feel like I'm 18 in so many ways, you know, but now that I'm in my 40s, I feel like 30 to 40 was that was big for me. Those 10 years, just the going from 30 to 40, all the stuff that happened in between there was so much more growth than 20 to 30. So much more growth. And maybe it has to do with my relationship. Like I'm married, you know, I'm married now, you know, Ozzy. And, but we've been together 12 years, you know, so we met when I was 31. And so navigating that and navigating our relationship, we were long distance for a long time. She also helped me through that. She's a great friend and had me laughing a lot. It was good. Gave me a lot of really good advice and just body image and like, watching things change and, you know, but sorry, going back to like being young, I guess I don't know if I did think about it. It was kind of like, I'm not there yet. You know, like I want to focus on now. And then, like I said, if I did notice it, it was oftentimes I would see people in middle age and be like, they have the house, they have the kids, they have the partner. And I remember being like, I don't know if I want that. Or if I do, I want it to look like how I want it to look.
Right. Exactly. You know? Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. My sister just entered and thank you.
Oh, hello.
Dr. Marcia O'Brien. That's my sister.
Hi, Marcia. I've met you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You have. Absolutely. Yeah. And thank you. We call her Momo. Thank you, Momo. She said we both look amazing. Thank you. But yeah, you're right. Like I definitely think wait, what did you say? My grandmother used to have her show her ID when she was trying to get a senior discount when she was
I love it. I love
it. Yes. No, I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
But, yeah, but I definitely feel like you know, when we're younger, we all have obviously ideas about what our life is going to look like as we get older, as we get to a certain age. And then, you know, once we arrive here, you know, it's always like, oh, wow, I can't believe I thought this. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't believe. And to your point, same, I can totally relate about, you know, not wanting to be behind a desk and, you know, having a background in, you know, theater art and all of those things. And my life literally looks nothing like I thought it was going to look when I was younger. Not in the least. And so I just find that to be just very, very interesting. And just in terms of, again, going back to, you know, the midlife, and you were just saying how you would oftentimes see people that were in that age range and not necessarily happy.
Yeah.
And
I still see it.
Yes, and I think that unfortunately, there are a lot of people that will arrive to a certain age and think that, okay, well, I'm this age, I can't have that adventure, or I can't take that risk, or what will people think if I do if I do this grand thing and I'm this age, I should be focused here. The whole thing about, you're going through a midlife crisis, which I completely reject, that notion and that idea. I definitely think it's more of a, if you allow it to be, it's more of a metamorphosis. It's more of a catharsis coming in. You, who you authentically want to be versus what other people think that you should be. And so I think if people allow
100%.
themselves the freedom to lean in to where they are at this stage in life and embrace it and still know, like, you're still here. You can still do these things, that people would be much, 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 much more happy if they leaned into that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we are going to shift now a little bit and get into, I know the reason why people really showed up is we're going to talk about this makeup. Speaking of aging and makeup and all the things, so we're going to go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of that. And so I want to first start by saying, like I mentioned earlier, Jeannie has a YouTube channel. If you're not following, please make sure to do that. And the link is in the description. So make sure you give her a follow. But she recently had a viral video. And the title of the video, and you can correct me if I'm wrong about the title, Jeannie. I think it's just your makeup is aging you, correct? Makeup is aging you. I'm going to let you tell the good people how many views you have on that video.
I have, as of right now, 678.5K views, which is bananas. That's over 500,000 views. Like, what?
It's literally insane. So
it's so cool.
Clearly, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you. It's so cool. I remember I made it and I was like, let me just see. It's kind of a hot take. We'll see how it goes. And then it was just like, and then people started talking about it.
Yes. I'm so glad.
YouTube loves a hot take.
Listen, and I'm so glad that you're on YouTube, that your channel is thriving and just doing so well. And like I've told you from forever, that you are such a great teacher and you make things so relatable.
Thank you.
So I can see why people are drawn to your content. And in this content in particular, clearly this is something people want to talk about. Clearly people want to talk about makeup and aging. So we're going to jump right into it. So I did field some questions prior to us getting on the live. And so we're going to go through some of these, and then I'm going to probably double back to some other questions that I had as well. So I'm going to start with one of the questions that we had here in the chat. Esther. She's wanting to know if we can both share our lipstick colors.
Yes, I can.
I didn't even realize
Isn't that funny? We'll just do that really quickly. We both showed up with red lips and I was like, we both have red lipstick on. It was so great.
Yes. And I don't have mine to share. I don't even have mine to share. Jeannie,
Krista.
Not prepared.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's okay.
Not prepared.
It's okay. I'm going to show you. Okay. So I'm going to have a moment too, because I'm going to show you my nub.
Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Of Cherry from MAC. It's mine. So that's why it's kind of, but this is my lip liner, Cherry from MAC. This is I'm just going to do this is a blue toned liner. As you can see, looks gorgeous on like every skin tone. Especially it would look gorgeous on yours because of the warmth of your skin with this. And then I like to, I layer it with Velvet Morning from Lisa Eldridge. Like she's my favorite makeup artist ever. She's a London-based makeup artist. That's more of an orange tone. And you see how there's kind of a contrast, and it gives, I feel like it just gives the lip a little bit of dimension. So that's how that's one of the ways I like to do my red lips.
Okay. I love it.
That's what I'm wearing.
What we'll do is I'll make sure to get that information from Jeannie, and I'll put it in the description box below after the recording. So you can grab that information, and I'll also have time to grab the information about my red lip, and I will put that in there as well. And I also wanted to say, Momo, you had, I think society has kept a certain idea of what a quote certain age is supposed to look like. We are now living our best lives and looking good as we live it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And talk about a
First,
real
even,
sisterhood. Oh, sorry.
sorry, yes, go ahead.
I was just going to say, talk about a real sisterhood. Krista and her sisters are like thick as thieves. They're goals. Like and with their mom, like they travel together. They talk to each other all the time. They're so tight knit. It's like, it's such a beautiful thing to witness in real life, and then also to see it on socials as well. Her mother is fabulous. She has like the most fabulous outfits, and like, and then when she decorates everything, she decorates her bathroom for Christmas time. Like, it's just the best. It's the best thing ever. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
you guys know if you follow Krista, but it's just like, I wanted to mention that, like, speaking of like, of going through midlife together, like it's just such a wonderful thing to see how close, and they're all over. Everybody, you know, Chris is in Mexico, and then like the families in the States, and they see each other regularly. They make it a point, but that's great.
Yes.
You make it a priority, you know,
like 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yes, my sister says we love you, Jeannie. Yes, no,
I love y'all. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's definitely a blessing, an incredible blessing, the relationship that we have. Absolutely.
It's so beautiful. I love it.
It really is. And my mom had an event, so I don't think that she's on. She had an event, so she'll see this on the replay. So I'm
okay,
sure
good.
she'll love to as well. And
hi Mama.
Gabby, I see you. Okay, so yes, we're getting a lot of feedback about the red lips. So we will definitely put that info in the description box. The next question that we have is, in which order should we apply concealer, foundation, and powder?
Okay. I'm a firm believer that there's really no rules when it comes to makeup. You know, you can do things the way that you want to do them. That being said, there is sort of a protocol that you can follow. I like to think of it in the sense that if you think about the pigment of foundation versus the pigment of concealer is going to be heavier because you're using it to conceal. Whereas foundation can be anywhere from like a skin tint. I'm at my makeup station, like a skin tint to like a actual foundation, right? These two are technically the same because they go all over the face, but they have very different finishes and coverage. So like this is more coverage than this is. So what I would say is, even thinking about that, do foundation first, because if you think, like, say you have a lot of discoloration, you don't want to be putting a ton of concealer all over your face, because then you're just going to look, because concealer has more pigment to it, if that makes any sense. So thinking about like thinnest to thickest. So foundation goes on first all over. And then you look at your face and you go, okay, I need more coverage here. I need to cover this pimple here. Maybe I need to cover a little bit up here. So that's where you put your concealer. So you're not using, so you're only using concealer to conceal certain areas. Oh. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. But I have a question about that, because I have a, why did I not bring products? I have a, so I have this Clinique foundation that I've been using like forever, right?
Yes.
But it's foundation and concealer in one.
Oh.
So yeah, and it's like when you take it out, it's liquid first off.
Yes.
And then it has like the skinny spool. And
is it like a dropper?
It's not a dropper. Oh gosh,
is it a pump?
I almost want to get it. It's not a pump. It's like
what do you call this? Is it a wand? Like a wand?
Thank you.
Got it. Okay. So I don't have one. So I know what you're talking about. What I think that is, it's because it's taking the step of foundation and concealer and putting it into one. So what you can do is, I think what it means is that you can bring it all the way up under your eyes and use it as as a concealer.
Okay.
So it's that can do. I've actually never heard. I haven't tried that foundation concealer, so I don't really know. But I feel like the rule of thumb for me, what I usually do is I will do foundation first, and then some complexion like bronzer, and then concealer I save for the end, because like, say if I have bronzer here, I'll just place concealer right here and then blend that out.
Oh.
So, and then like what I did today, actually, I did a live before, like getting ready. So this is the Chanel Le Beige. It's called the Water Fresh Tint. It's very, very thin. So why I like this is because I'll put it all over, but So, but I still need coverage. So I'll just take my concealer and I'll conceal under my eyes. I'll conceal around my nose where I'm red that this didn't cover, but then I still have that sheerness on my cheeks and on my forehead. So it's like I have the coverage where I want it.
Interesting. Okay.
That makes sense. So it's like you're customizing it. And it's like, and then literally I've had people be like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, I'm literally wearing like a skin tint, but I conceal in the places that I need it. So then it still looks really natural and fresh.
Ah, okay. Okay. So we have a lot of questions. Okay. So Kia says, wow, concealer. So she's blown away by concealer after foundation. I think you've blown everybody's mind with that. And then the question is, given what you shared, what color should the concealer be? Same as your skin or lighter?
Okay, I don't want to get too complicated with this, but with concealer, you can do both. And the reason I say that is even though you can kind of just, I usually rule of thumb 1 shade lighter than what you are, because then it brightens a little bit under the eye. If you're using it under the eye. If you're not using it under the eye, but you're using it to like spot conceal, say you've got some spot, like some pimples, do the same shade because then it blends into your skin. But if you're thinking about where you want to bring the light, if you want to bring the light and brightness to like this area of your face, then you want it to be a little bit lighter.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And let's see, can we get that skin tint in the description?
Yes. And it goes all the way to, it goes all the way to deep. I think dark deep or deep. So it's pretty good for a multitude of skin tones because of how thin it is. It's a water-based. I love this. I wear this all the time. It's just so beautiful. So yeah.
Okay. Amazing. Okay. And then there's another question here is,
Please.
What are your thoughts about tinted moisturizers? And do you have any tips?
I love tinted moisturizer, but you need to wear an SPF with it, even if it has SPF in it, because it's not enough SPF. So.
Okay.
Yeah. SPF is a must. SPF should be a separate step on its own, unless it's in your moisturizer. But if it's in your moisturizer, you have to put enough on to where you'll have the coverage. If you want to wear it to protect, like if you don't care, then do what you want. Right. But especially since like moving here, I'm crazy about SPF because it's so sunny, like all the time. And the sun is strong. So I love tinted moisturizers. I think they're great. That's pretty much what I wear. I either wear skin tints or I wear a tinted moisturizer or I wear a tinted sunscreen. My favorite is the Tower 28. The thing I love about this, there's 40 shades, global shades. So my friend Kieran, she's Pakistani. And then Lori Taylor Davis, who is from Smashbox. She's a Black woman. She's fabulous. And she's like an amazing makeup artist. And her color theory, like she's just amazing. She and Kieran worked on this shade range. And I think they worked on the concealers. So the global shades are gorgeous. And they have like that medium deep olive, like that green kind of like yellow undertone that's missing in like every single line. They have this. And you have the protection of a sunscreen. I still use sunscreen with it because I don't use a lot of it because it's got pretty good coverage and I don't really like a lot of coverage. But this I recommend too because it's approved by the National Eczema Association. So it's great if you're like reactive or if you're sensitive. I've only run into one person out of like the thousands that I've talked to about this who was like, I tried it and I broke out. And I was like, okay, I get it. Like, it's not, that just to go like everything is not for everyone. Right.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, all right. Tinted moisturizers. Yes. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. Fascinating. We will definitely put that in. So let's make sure we keep note, Jeannie, of the things you've showed us so far, so I can make sure I have them to put them in the description.
I'll put them. I'll make a list in my notes app. How about that?
Amazing. Okay.
I can't promise I'm not going to talk about anything else. Sorry. So it's just what I do.
Okay. So I just want to also just clarify. You're saying that you usually use a tint and then just concealer where you need it. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, ma'am, you did.
Okay.
I mean, not to say I don't wear full foundation, because I do when I'm going out or like for an event or if I'm being photographed. And on my clients, like if they're being photographed, it's like full foundation.
Okay.
But like I just did a client the other day, a lady named Bryn. She's lovely. It was her husband's 40th birthday. So it was a backyard party. and they have like this beautiful backyard. And she said, she was like, so I want it to look like I want to look really good, but I kind of want it to look like, and she was like, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, kind of like I did it. And I was like, no, I get it. Like, that's why you hired me. So then it looks flawless, but it looks effortless, almost like you did it yourself.
Yes.
So I literally just did concealer and then I just blended it out. That's all I did for her base. Oh, wow. I didn't even use foundation. I just used a little bit of this and then just using a brush, kind of like feathered it out and blended it into her skin. And then powdered her.
Okay. Okay. So, amazing.
Like I said, there's no rules. Like you can do what works for you. Yeah.
Okay. And so this is for any age.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. So it's
even though I will say, I think we'll probably get into this with midlife. I'm sorry. I talk with my hands. I'm Italian. I'm realizing my hands are flailing all over the place. I'm trying to it's like, just sit on your hands, girl. Goodness.
It's fine.
But in midlife, I think a lot of women think that more is more. And a lot of times it's not. Like if good skincare, good skincare, good skincare routine, and then like some products that you love, like you don't need a ton. And I think that's another reason why that video went viral. It's because like the before makeup it's heavy. And there are a lot of people who like, especially women of a certain age, like, oh, my eyes are disappearing. I need to like put black all around them and like wear lots of mascara and like cancel out all my redness because I'm getting red and I have rosacea and all this. It's like, no, it does not have. And plus with everything, with the things that are with the products that are out now and the products that are coming out, the innovation is like crazy. So like less, I believe really on a whole, less really is more.
Okay. All right. Because we are going to get to that a little bit because I think I know, let's see. So cover that. All right. So we're going to, I think let's actually lean into that a little bit because I have two questions that kind of think go to this in terms of like, as you age, because I know for myself, I have noticed obviously the skin under my eyes is getting a little darker. And I also noticed for some reason, it's this side of my face, the left side of my face, this side, but this has been not even just as I've entered midlife, just in general. It seems like the makeup just pools here. Like one side of my face just seems tauter. I think that's what it is. And then this under my eye just wants to just be over there doing its own thing. So when I feel even when I'm putting like concealer, it's just not doing it. But I think that also might be the product I'm using. So I'm probably gonna have to get with you and get a different type of concealer situation. But with that said, I've got some other questions here about how to, so here we have under eye brightening, some tips for under eye brightening, and quick and easy makeup techniques for aging hooded eyes.
Oh boy. Okay. Brightening under the eye. I mean, the best thing to do for that, I think you can use a corrector and then a concealer if you want, because there are peach correctors. There are like anywhere from like light peach to a deep peach or even like red, which I do have in my kit because sometimes I work with really deep skin tones, and I've put an orange on a really deep skin tone and it almost goes like gray, and like that doesn't work. So you can use corrector, but then it's like you're adding an extra step to your makeup routine. So like who wants that, right? So where you can start, and please, by all means, I'm not telling anybody they have to go out and like spend all this money, but these are just like things that I've learned. So maybe getting an eye cream that corrects brightness over time. Like there's eye creams that have something, they have like finely milled diamond in them. Like it's super, super finely milled, and you tap it in, but over time it brightens the under eye area. It helps with the pigmentation. You can do laser treatments. You can go to, like that kind of thing. If that's not available to you, I say use makeup. And if you want to keep it really simple, you use a concealer. Not that you need to use the Tower concealer, but you use a concealer that maybe has like a pink undertone or has like a peach undertone to it that corrects and also brightens at the same time. This is a neutral concealer. This is like, I think this is shade 5 or 6, and it's like they're N. And for me, it works because of my skin tone. But I think like all 20 shades of the concealer in my kit. So I use it according. And then if you want something that's going to correct, say you're like medium to deep, or even, medium to deep, I would go with a peach undertone. If you're fair, the pink sometimes works too, like a pink undertone. And I know I'm throwing a lot of words out, but you can also always like go to Sephora or what, and talk to someone and be like, okay. And you can swatch and kind of see, like, cause you'll be able to see, you put two things next to each other, you'll see, oh, one looks a little bit more orange, or one looks a little bit more pink, or something like that. If you want to eliminate steps. But like, first thing I always think of is just skincare. And a lot of times with dark circles, like I have them too. It's genetics, unfortunately. So like, how can we counteract that without resorting to extreme measures? I mean, and makeup. And I know that like this line, House Labs, which is Lady Gaga's line, I know Fenty, like they all have really good concealers that have different undertones for different skin tones to help correct like those problem areas. And a lot of concealers now are self-setting. So it's like, sometimes you can even just put them on, and then after like a couple of minutes, like they're not, it's not like it's going to slide, you can set it with powder, but and like I said, I know I'm throwing a lot out there, but I just want to give options, because it just depends where everyone's at, like.
Yes, no, that's what we want. We want the options. No, this is great. And I will say that for those of you watching, I will be also to the skincare piece, because I will say, Jeannie, you as a makeup artist, you are very intentional about how you teach about the importance of skincare, because yes, it's your canvas. So if there are things that are happening with the canvas that need to be addressed, makeup is great, but there's only so much that makeup can do when you really need to address some things that are happening on the actual canvas. And so I think that you do a phenomenal job talking about that. And I will be in the next couple of weeks, I will also be having an esthetician on for a candid. So we are going to be talking about the skin in that way. But I really appreciate that you invite that into the conversation when you are talking about makeup, because I do think that people can get very much into, trying to do so much with the makeup and fix, like you said, and then end up doing more, and it not even doing what they're really after, because what needs to be addressed is what's happening with the skin first.
Yes. And if you see the concealer that says it's going to fix the puff, like it's going to like immediately depuff your under eye and get rid of your wrinkles, it's a scam. Sorry.
Okay.
But it is. Okay. Like I saw this ad and I was like, what is this? I was like, like makeup cannot get rid of texture. It cannot like, it can, like if you have puffy under eyes, like I recommend, there's facial massage. You can get a little ice roller on Amazon for $6. I have mine in my freezer. I wake up puffy all the time. I just give my face a nice little roll. It's pretty shocking because it's cold. It feels really good though. And it helps. It helps to just like move the fluid. Like as I've gotten older, I just wake up puffy a lot. It's just one of those things, like it doesn't matter how much water I drink, but like when you hear gimmicky stuff like that, like there is innovation, and then there's also like people who kind of prey upon consumers and don't believe it. At least not yet.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we have a question in the chat. What makeup should you avoid to eliminate the made up look that tends to make you look older? What makeup should you avoid?
Lots of powder. And even just like heavy coverage. Because if you have a lot of lines on your face, your face moves. People are like, how do I prevent my makeup from creasing? It's like, you can't prevent it from creasing. You can keep it at bay for as long as you can, but the face moves and the makeup is going to move along with it. That's why celebrities have their makeup and hair artists like follow them all day long when they do press and stuff, because it's going to inevitably move. The hair is inevitably going to get blown and get like fuzzy in a certain spot. So they're going to need the touch-ups.
Okay.
Like it's just one of those things. So I would say heavy coverage of makeup, because that's going to fall into your lines. And then that's the thing with concealer too. Like if you have a lot of fine lines under your eyes, trying to find a formula like this formula and then the House Labs, they're two really good formulas that are great for mature under eyes, because if you set them with powder, they resist creasing. Now, I didn't say they don't crease, but they resist creasing because of like the technology they have in them. So it's like avoiding really heavy coverage, because that's just inevitably going to fall into your lines. And then if you powder really heavily, that's going to make you look older too.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Because I think we think, okay, the more we put on, we're covering these things up. But to your point, yeah, it kind of falls in there. Whatever
Mhm.
line that is, that makes complete sense. Okay.
And sorry, can
And
I say
go ahead.
one more
Yes.
thing?
Yes,
Sorry.
please, please. Yes,
And then,
yes.
like, in my opinion, like, say if I have a woman or like a customer or whomever, like a client, sit in my chair and say, okay, like they say she has really wrinkly skin, like she's got wrinkles here, she's super wrinkly. She's like, how can I look not younger, but I think to me, my idea of making her look better, and I don't even want to say better because I feel like that's not the right word, making her feel more confident would be to do more skincare and hydrate her. Sometimes like you need to just hydrate and start with skincare because then the skin's just gonna look better, even if you don't have any
Mm,
makeup on. Like thinking of
mm.
it like that, like
Okay.
addressing the skincare first and thinking
Mhm.
about, because so many people have compromised skin barriers and just like so much dryness, especially here in Southern California. We're in a desert. Like I moved here and I was like,
Mhm.
I can't believe how dry it is here. I sleep with
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
humidifier every night because
Mhm.
it's so dry here. And
Mhm.
but so it's about foundational things too. Like start with your skincare, really.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great.
Mhm.
And to the hold on, I'm looking.
No, please.
We went
We're
what
at
are
45 minutes, by the
specific.
way, just letting you know.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that because I wasn't looking.
She was
Okay.
like, we're going to make this into an hour. I was like, are you sure?
I know. First of all,
Because
it's us. First of all, it's
it's
you and
us.
I.
It's
First
us.
off.
Yeah.
And then
Y'all are
also
just along for the ride. Sorry.
exactly. Okay, so are you able to get a little bit more how to avoid a greasy look after applying all the skincare? I guess maybe or all the makeup.
As
Like how do
far
you
as
I guess that's after you apply. I think they mean after you apply all of the makeup. Is there a way to avoid looking greasy? Wait, how to avoid a greasy look after applying all the skincare? Or maybe that's not what she means. Let's put a pin in that.
can you clarify for us, please? That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't because this was a previous question. So
Oh. Okay.
we're just gonna just put that to the side for now.
Okay.
How about what is the best placement for blush? Where on the face can blush go?
That depends because on your face shape. When you smile and you have gorgeous little apples right here, and we know those
Okay.
people who just have like, I kind of have them, but I don't know, my cheekbones are higher, but those people that kind of have
Okay.
that natural contour and they have that little
Sorry,
apple.
I'm looking at myself. Okay.
You have it, but
Do I
like,
have
so,
to?
so
Okay.
if you have it,
Uh-huh.
I would say accentuate those, but it kind of depends on what kind of look you're going for. My rule of thumb for most people, I keep the blush lifted because in my opinion, if you're applying blush too close to the nose, it's going to close up the face.
Mm,
But if, like
okay.
I said, if you have those like gorgeous, and I feel like, yeah, I wish I had like a picture, like a reference picture. I'm trying to think of someone if you have like those really like appley cheek that just kind of like, I don't know. It's almost like there's a natural contour here. I don't know. It's
Okay.
hard to explain. But my rule of thumb is I mean, my blush is, I have bronzer, but my blush like starts like right there. So then
Okay.
for me, it keeps everything lifted.
Mm,
So I would
okay.
say like here, you don't want to bring it in past like your pupil. Yes, iris is
Okay.
where the color is, right? Pupil's the
Yes.
middle. I always get
Yes.
them mixed up.
That's
I'm like,
you're right. You're
I'm
right.
not an
You're right. You're
ophthalmologist. I'm sorry. Don't go past right.
right.
Don't go past the pupil. I feel like if you bring it in too much, but then there's also that trend of like the sunburn blush over the nose, which is super cute too. So I
I've never
think
heard of that. Okay.
it's like you pretty much take blush and you do like a little bit on the nose, and it looks like you've been sunburnt, and
Oh.
you bring the blush like all the way across, and it's
Mm-hmm.
actually it's cute. So I feel like
Oh.
honestly when it comes to that, like do what you like. I
Okay.
don't know.
So you
Like,
don't
I
have
feel
like a hard and fast rule
like,
about that.
no,
But we're
no.
not doing the back in the day and like the just circle in the middle. Like there is a
No.
way that it can look not the most
Put your
glamorous.
blush wherever you want, just blend it. How about that's probably what I should have said. Just make sure it's blended.
Got it. Okay. Would you still say not to go past the pupil?
For mostly, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm laughing at because Kia says, uh, Kia says, me looking in my camera to see if I have appley cheeks. You saw what I just did, Kia. I'm like all up in the video, like, wait, do
I wish
I?
I like it's
Do
not
I?
very many people, but I remember I said something about keeping your blush high, and then my friend Shantae was like, well, actually, my face is really long. And if I bring my blush in, it makes my face look more balanced. And I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. She kind of
Mm,
she like made a good point, you know? So I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
so that's kind of like where I go, and that's the way I am about makeup. It's, you know, if you, cause I had a client yesterday. It was the mother and the daughter, and I did the mother, and she was like, and I said, are we doing any shimmer on the lid? And she was like, I don't know. Am I supposed to wear shimmer? And I was like, you can do whatever you want. That whole arbitrary rule, you can't wear shimmer past a certain age, is stupid. And put me on the record to say that, please. Cause
Okay.
but like if you put it on and it makes you feel good, and you know,
Yes.
then who cares?
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Like,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I'm probably
Okay.
going to be like 90 with like my lips overdrawn, and I'm going to look crazy, but if I feel good, I don't care. Right.
Right. Yes.
So,
No, I love that, Jeannie. Yes. No, I love that. And Kia also says, I like putting blush on my nose and top of my
yes,
forehead to give a sun-kissed look. She said tip of her nose.
I love that. I can't put mine on the tip because it doesn't look good, but I put it on the bridge. I just go like I
Okay.
dust it over the bridge right here. Sometimes I didn't do it today, but I
Mhm.
dust it on the bridge, and it's super cute. So yeah,
Okay.
especially
All
Ikea, if
right.
you love it, if you love the way it makes you look, then like, yeah, keep doing it.
Yeah, I love that. And then let's see, placement of the blush. We covered that. What is the best way? And I think you're gonna love this, Jeannie, because it's one of your favorite things to talk about. What is the best way to fill in eyebrows?
Mm. Okay. Personally, it depends, honestly. It does
Okay.
depend.
Okay.
I love a big fat brow. You can also see all the lines on my face. Like, yeah.
I can't
And
see that in the lines.
I
Okay,
love
go ahead.
drawing in my brow and making them look feathery.
Oh,
So
great.
thank you. Yeah, it took me a long time to get here. I use a pen. So I use like a brow pen, but I
Mhm.
also know like you can make little like brow strokes like that. I also know not
Okay.
everybody has the patience for that.
Okay.
So you can use, and I don't just have brow pens in my kit. I have pencils too. So I think
Okay.
it just depends on what you prefer to use. The rule of thumb for me with brows is don't make them too dark. That's the only thing. And the only
Okay.
reason I say that is because they pull focus, I think, from the face. And if you think about with makeup and your face, you just want everything to be balanced. If you want to look good, everything needs to be balanced. So even if you
Okay.
do like a purple liner, or you do a really strong blush, keep everything else more minimal. Like that's
Mm.
why I have a red lip, but like I don't really have any eyeshadow on. You
Mhm.
know, it's
Mhm.
because the red lip is the
Mhm.
focus, and everything else sort of like works around that, so to speak.
Mhm.
And yes, I know
Okay.
there's people who have opinions. That was one of the things in like the viral video. They're like, your brows, your brows, your brows. And I'm like, you know what? I love it. And that's what matters. So,
Right.
you know, like you can have an opinion. I didn't ask for your opinion. You can tell me your opinion, but
Right. Okay.
right. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so
and
if somebody was like, so because I know Kia is saying, what did you say, Kia? I'm sorry. Whoever asked this is the real MVP. I'm in brow hell right now. So if
amazing.
so, okay, could you, Jeannie, then maybe give like 3 things that we should have in our own personal kit for brows? Maybe that's a better, like,
Yes.
an easier way to answer.
I would say bare minimum for brows. I'm sorry. Okay. like a brow gel or a glue. So the cool thing about this is from NYX. You can get this at CVS. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it. I think you can get it at Walmart, but like anywhere, Target, wherever, Ulta. I use the clear because I like to fill in my brows with this because I brush them up because my brows normally I over tweezed when I was in the 90s. Like I wanted to be Gwen Stefani, even though Gwen Stefani like has a fat brow now because she probably got a brow transplant, whatever. Okay. So I have like little brows. Like the thickness of them is decent. So I brush them up and then I place them and then I fill them in. And I usually have to fill in on the tops here and then I have to extend and then I got to fill in here. So I create the brow that I want. You don't have to do that. That's just what I love to do because I just love a really strong brow. It's like kind of my, like one of my signature things. And I do that with clients too, if they don't have an opinion, like if they're okay with it. Because everybody's different, you know, but like what I always do is I groom the brow. So if anything, I would get like clear. But the good thing about this is that there's like at least maybe 8 colors of this. So if you're blonde, if you're dark, like there's like blonde, there's brown, there's deep brown, there's black, there's gray, like there's so many, there's taupe, you know, and like you can use that and it will actually, as you're like brushing through, if you have a tinted gel, it'll catch hairs that you can't see, like the little hairs with your naked eye. And you'll almost be like, oh, you can like kind of create a shape if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say just like a glue, whether it's like a clear glue, that's bare minimum, even just to groom them because an ungroomed brow drives me crazy. But that's not to say I don't groom my brows every day. Like there's times I go out, I have no makeup on and I haven't even touched my brows. Like I'm not, but you know, like if you're doing your makeup, at least like brush through your brows. And this helps because it helps the brows stay. Cause like sometimes they'll, you know, if you brush through them, sometimes they fall. So this just helps stay. I would say this is great. Or like every brand has a brow gel, right? I just love this one because it's affordable. And if you want to create a shape, you can like place it down and it doesn't move. Like it lasts through like sweating sometimes, you know, unless you sweat a lot, but yeah. So that's why I love this and it's affordable.
Okay. Love it.
And then like NYX has pencils, they have pens, they have brow, they have so many things. I think just finding what works for you. If you want to draw in like, cause I know there's a lot of people, especially now, people have fat brows, but they need maybe a little bit here and a little bit here. So you can just take a pencil and like fill in and then you're done.
Okay.
It doesn't even have to be a whole thing. Mine's a whole thing because I'm like literally creating a shape from like a completely different shape from what I have naturally.
Gotcha. Okay. So we got a good glue and then some sort of a pencil or
or pen. Like if you want to do the pen route, like the nice thing about a pen is if I could open up my kit, but it'll take me too long because I don't have any here. But like the nice thing about a pen is, like I said, you can create those strokes.
Yes. Okay.
See them? Yeah. And like make it look like hair as opposed to like a pencil, which is a little bit more, what's it, like blended, I guess you could say, a little more solid.
Right. Yeah. I can see that because right now I've been using a pencil and I can tell the difference. Cause I remember like when you had done my face, I don't know, some time ago, you had just, I ended up purchasing some of the things that you used and you used a pen. And I was using a pen after, and I can definitely tell the difference. I think I'm going to go back to a pen now that we're having this conversation.
It's just like it's a refinement. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like it just makes them look like refined. It's those little details. I'm obsessed with those little details. That's like, but I think it also makes it puts me in a different category as far as makeup artistry, right? Like,
gotcha.
I'm all about skin and details. There's other people that like, they do full glam, they do like bold colors, you know, whatever. There's like different categories. And kind of for me, I feel like that's my lane, so to speak.
Right. No, I hear that. Okay. So we have another viewer question right now. And that is, can we talk about blue eyeshadow?
Yeah.
Why are women still wearing sky blue on their eyes? What blues are good? That's for my sister. What blues are good colors to wear?
I'm on full screen, so I'm going to go back to, let me see. Talk about blue eyeshadow. I mean, that's the thing. With blue, my favorite blue to wear is a mascara. And I like Oh wait, that's not it. Just kidding. Is a look at that.
Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Right.
That's pretty.
She's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
And
that's very
it
pretty.
is YSL, so it is the most expensive, but I'm going to give you options because I
Okay.
love blue mascara. See, Voluminous from L'Oreal. We're going to write all this down. Don't worry, I'm going to put everything. Yeah. This one's good. This is $10 from, it's also really nice.
Okay.
I bend my
Okay.
wands because I like to get in there.
Okay. Oh, wait,
And
while
then
you're there, can we not skip over there real quick? Just since you just said it, the bend of the wand. Why do you do that?
so I can really get in there because I have a deep set eye. I don't do it with every mascara, but for some reason with the blue, because I love to really like wiggle it in, and it's different when it's straight. So it's like it kind of gives me a little bit more leverage, so to speak.
See.
That makes any sense?
Yeah.
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 So.
Okay. Yeah, that blue is pretty. So my sister concurs. She says, "Now that's pretty."
Right.
Whichever one of the ones
And the thing about this is that I would probably recommend. Oh, then there's the Maybelline Sky High too. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with blue mascara because one of the things I do, especially when I'm tired, and if you have, darker eyes, even if you have whatever color eyes, like there's no rules, but I put this on and it just helps my eyes look more awake. And it's when I'm feeling lazy and I'm like, I need to put something on and I'm feeling really tired, I'll put the blue on. And then I always recommend either this one, the L'Oreal, or the YSL, like for deeper skin and for like really like the YSL on dark lashes shows up because of how bright it is.
Okay.
So yeah, like on deeper skin too. It's so pretty. I love it.
Okay.
And I was like, I only like my drugstore. And then I got this and I was like, this is really good. I shouldn't like this as much as I do because it's more expensive, but these are definitely comparable. Like the two Maybelline and L'Oreal. This was like my OG. I've been wearing this pretty much since it came out.
Okay.
I love it.
So you would say you would do that instead of doing like a blue eyeshadow?
Yes, or a blue liner. Blue liner is really fun. You can do like you could even have like for lack of a better word, like a naked lid. Like I have a little bronzer in my crease and you could just do a little like cobalt blue liner underneath with black mascara. And I think that's really cute. And it's just like a little pop of color, but remember, it's all about balance. We're not like slapping blue eyeshadow on top of the lid and being like, hi, like Tammy Faye or Mimi from freaking Drew Carey. Right. Like, that's like two elder millennial references too. I love it. It's my favorite. I mean, it's true, right? Yeah. So, but like, it doesn't have to be aging. It can be really chic. And I think blue mascara is kind of the way to go as far as making a color, like making blue more chic, especially for brown eyes. It makes brown eyes like pop. So.
Okay. And even if like you're my complexion or darker, you would say,
I would put it on you. You'd be able to see it and it would be nice and subtle too. It's like one of those things people don't really see it. And then if I'm facing the light, they're like, oh my God, you have blue eyeshadow on or blue mascara on. And I love it. I get a ton of compliments or it catches the light. And people always compliment me on it. Like every single time I wear blue mascara.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I might have to look into that. Now, if you're wearing a blue mascara, would you go bold would you wear a red lip or would you tone that down? Or because we're talking about balancing, like the blended look or the balanced look of the face. If you were wearing a blue mascara, what would you put on your lips?
If I wanted to do something bold, I would do, sorry, I'm just trying to, here we go. I would probably keep everything mostly neutral, but because I am who I am, I would probably go like that, like a fuchsia. So this has like a blue in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because so it's like a purpley, like pink, right? So I would probably do something like that on the lips with a little bit of blue mascara. And I think that would be really cute.
Okay.
But more than likely I usually just keep everything neutral.
Okay. All right. But that's a pretty color. Can you put that on the side too? Just for my own personal.
I have to everything that I mention, I'm like, I got to put it to the side so I can remember to. There we go. Okay.
And then the other question is, one more question, and then I'm going to ask you just some specific questions. So we got the brows. Do you recommend dermaplaning.
Yes. 100%.
Do I?
I would say
that wasn't my. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Shaving your face.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. The thing is with this, you got to be really careful and you have to do it the right way. I'm not an esthetician. This is a really good question for your esthetician friend. I prefer to get mine done by Despina Scandalis. If you're local to LA, go to Despina. She's a magician. She's the sweetest, most beautiful person. She's in, I think she's in North Hollywood. Anyway, but she had like a scalpel and it was like a medical grade scalpel, but she's certified in that. Like she knows exactly how to do it. Mm-hmm. And she like shaved my entire face and it was so smooth. But if you can get these at home, like get these, I think I got these on Amazon. It's just a little face razor. Make sure your skin is clean. And then what I recommend is to take, we're going to write this down too. This is the big thing. I have it in like a squirty, but it's in like an unmarked one. This is from Tower 28 again, but it's the Daily Rescue facial spray. It's hypochlorous acid, and you can get this. I know I'm throwing out a lot of things. There's a version of it that you can get at Target and at Ulta. I think it's called Molecule. We're gonna write all this down. But what this does, it's essentially like a sanitizing spray for your face. So if you have acne. If you have, you shouldn't use it all the time, but what it does, like you can spray your face and it essentially like sanitizes your face, for lack of a better term. It's like what you use on ear piercings to heal them. Okay. Yeah. So they made it into like a facial spray and it just helps with inflammation, helps with rosacea. It helps with all the things. So I recommend to like spray your face with this and then do your shaving. And always work down. Like that in like small sections. And it's just going to get rid of your facial hair. But if you have any questions, like you can, like there's videos on the internet, there's videos on YouTube. And then also if you do have a facialist, it's something you can bring up to them. Or if you know somebody who's an esthetician, it's just, you just got to be really, really careful because you can cut yourself. I have cut my, like micro cut myself and then you can feel like that you've cut yourself. It's you just got to be really, really careful.
And what is the benefit of that? It's just just why do you do it?
So it creates a smoother canvas. So then like your makeup lays better. I mean, I have peach fuzz on my face. So I notice like when I shave my face is really smooth. My makeup just lays better. And full disclosure, I'm Italian. I have a little teeny mustache. So it gets rid of that. You know, it's not that bad. I know other people who have worse mustaches and I don't, thankfully, but I have like a little one over here and a little one over here. So.
Okay. All right. I got it. Welcome to everyone else that I see some other people are joining. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So those I think are all the, did we talk about, I think I asked you this, the quick and easy makeup techniques for aging hooded eyes.
We didn't.
That.
We did not.
Aging hooded eyes.
And then makeup techniques. I would say, oh boy. I have a few videos on my channel where I go really in depth on this. But one of the things that I really like to do, especially on hooded eyes, on aging hooded eyes, is I'll take like a bronzer, or if I'm working on deeper skin, I'll just take something like a warm brown, like anywhere from this into like a deeper, warmer brown. I have all this, what do I have? This is like my personal makeup, so I don't have anything to show you, but I would take that and then take like an eyeshadow brush. And then I would just kind of like do something I like to call eye contouring. And that's essentially like creating a shadow. Do you see that? So then like, because I have a deep set eye, when my eyes open, it kind of like creates that shadow. Because there's no point in putting it here, because when your eyes are open, you're not going to see it, right? With a hooded eye or a deep set eye. So thinking about what you can, like how you can use this real estate right here and what you can do with that. Like you can put shimmer there. There's not like, that's back, by the way. Like putting shimmer all over is like that. It looks so beautiful, you know, and, or you can do like what I just did with like a little bit of eye contouring, and that just kind of creates that shadow right there, and it just makes it a little more multidimensional, in my opinion. I think also focusing on maybe even just like the outer third of the eye if you're doing liner. So then you're not bringing eyeliner
all the way across,
all the way in, because then that's just going to close up the eye. But then like if you're extending your liner, like extending it maybe over the hood a little bit, so then you're getting more of that kind of like extension here, like the feline effect, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, thinking about that, and then thinking about Ozzy just got home, and Krista says hi, and like, or hi. And then even like with liner, you know, and that's when you can play with the colored mascaras. You can play with like maybe a little, like a purple eyeliner. I have a purple in here that I love to use. Of course I can't find it because there's like crap everywhere, but I have like a bag of makeup. It's like discard, you know, things I don't use in my kit or like just my own stuff. My pro kit is so organized, and my personal makeup is just like in a bag
everywhere.
Of course. Or if you want to play with colors, right? Like even today I'm wearing the Sky High, but it's a purple. And you can't really tell, but
I can't really tell on this.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, and it's also kind of hard to see. Like unless it's a really bright mascara on my lids, on my eyelashes, you can't see it.
Okay.
But that's where you can play with like those colors. Or if you love to do a wing liner, like maybe doing like a little wing on the edge here, and then giving your like extending your eye. Because if you're feeling like your eye is really heavy here, like how can you change the shape here to maybe give it a little bit of life and give it a little bit of, right? Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes complete sense. It makes complete to me. And also we will link to those videos you're speaking about where you go into more detail about the hooded eyes in the description box as well. So Jeannie, we have to remember that.
Yes.
Remember that.
Okay.
All these products that we need to also link to those particular videos. But we're going to follow Jeannie though. Is what we're going to do, everyone, is we're going to make sure we're giving her a subscribe. But if you're looking for those particular videos, we'll make sure to link them in the description box.
And then my followers who are watching, I think it's on another, if you guys are asking questions, I'm sorry, I'll answer them later because I think it's on a completely different page.
Is it?
Or maybe it's on here. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
So I saw Rosalba was in here. She was on my live earlier. She's wonderful. Hi, Rosalba, if you're still here.
Okay, I see Rosalba. Yes. Okay.
Yes. So, but yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Okay. I think you were gonna tell them to follow me.
Yes, I was. Yes, so I'm gonna tell them to follow. Thank you. See, like ADHD brain. Sorry, guys. Midlife. It's midlife. Midlife is. One thing I didn't know is that midlife equals like brain fog.
Listen, it happens. It can happen.
And night sweats.
You know, it literally can happen. There she is. Okay. So now, Jeannie, so I think that's all the questions that I got ahead of time. I don't see any new ones in the chat from anyone. So I'm going to, as we get ready to wrap this up, I am going to ask you, first question is, what are some of the misconceptions you see when it comes to makeup and aging? I think I know.
Like I said before, yeah, that less is like more is not more. It really doesn't. There's, and I think sometimes with, I guess I'm thinking more of like elderly, because I have some elderly clients. They're like, oh, I want more, and I think it's because they can't, like their eyesight isn't as good. So if they can't see it, they think that it's not heavy enough. But oh, thanks, Momo. Great to see you. She said, I think she might be getting out of here. Anyway, and then just like focusing on your details. So like a lot of women, you know, in midlife and older 50s are saying like, I feel like my eyes are disappearing and all this stuff, you know? So.
Oh, thank you, Kia. Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kia. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, we're running a little late. Yeah. Told you it wasn't going to be an hour.
Of course not. It's all right. It's okay.
No, it's okay. Yeah. And then thinking about just what do you love about your features? Do you love your eye color? Do you love your skin? Do you love the texture of it? Like, I still really love like my skin. So like, that's what my focus is. I love wearing red lips, you know, like for my eyes, I don't really focus on my eyes because my eyes are deep set and I can struggle with a lot of different eye looks just because of how, it's not that I can't do them. It's just, it takes extra steps. So I'm like, how do I get myself to look good with like the least amount of effort? Like, all right, skin looks good, brows look good, and then lips, right? And I don't always wear like a red lip, but it's like skin and details. If the skin, and I've always said, if the skin looks good, everything looks good. If you do this beautiful eye look and your skin looks like crap, it's not going to look good. It's just one of those things. Like the skin is where it starts. So if you feel like you're struggling with your skin, if you have, you know, pigmentation or like rosacea, things, you know, figuring out how to cover that, figuring out how to treat that. That can be kind of be the like where it should start. And then with midlife as well, I think one of the things that I discovered, and I tell everybody about this in the pandemic, is double cleansing. And double cleansing has changed my skin. Changed it. I've been doing it for 5 years solidly now, and I won't ever go back. Even on days where I just wear sunscreen, I always double cleanse. I use like a gel or oil cleanser first to break everything down, and then I'll use like a foaming cleanser secondly to make sure everything is clean. And if I wear makeup, I triple cleanse. I'm a little bit of a psycho, but you'll be surprised. Like there'll be times because when you go in with your toner or if you go in with a second step after your skin is clean and you see makeup on your pad, you're not supposed to. Your skin is supposed to be clean. It's like people are investing in like, oh, I got to get this retinol and I got to get this serum and I got to get this treatment and blah, blah, blah. But if your skin is still dirty, you're wasting your money. Like cleansing is so important. Absolutely. And I think it's a step that gets skipped a lot and like, or it's just kind of like, oh, I'm going to quickly wash my face so I can get to my treatments. And I've noticed when I really take the time to cleanse, my skin has never looked better, really. And I'm older now.
No, that makes so much sense. And I'm sure, like I said, that's something we will definitely talk more about in the coming weeks too, when we're like really talking about like skin as it ages. And you said something, I had really one little quick question that I wanted to add on to that when you were talking about, you know, if you're putting on makeup and the skin doesn't look good, like if there are things that you can't control, like if you have fine lines or if you have more wrinkles, what would you say about makeup application in that regard? Kind of the same sort of rules in terms of just making sure that everything's balanced and not just putting so much on because you think that that's going to make it better. It's really just going to sink in. You just want to create a balanced look, put on what looks good for you. And even if there are wrinkles or there are fine lines, don't stress about that. It's part of your face, but just find what looks, you know, appealing, I guess.
Yeah. And also maybe trying to find a formula, say you're looking for a skin tint or you're looking for a foundation, something that's thinner, but maybe has more pigment. That's the thing that I'm noticing now. There's even drugstore options like this, where, I don't know, well, it isn't really drugstore, but I have this, it's a sun cover up super tint. It's called a super tint. It's from RMS. This is a clean beauty brand. Rosemary Swift is a makeup artist. She has a full line, but the coverage on this, I was shocked. It's like medium to full. And she calls it a skin tint. It is so thin, watery, but the pigment in it is so good. So you can use less. A lot of these new formulas, even like drugstore formulas, like this Pacifica one, which you can get at Target. I know, like I said, I know I'm throwing a lot out, but this has really good pigment to it as well. And it's a tint, so it's not a foundation, so it's thinner. So you can really like figure out how, even if you just apply it with your fingers, like warming it up and even like rubbing it in, like starting with a little bit, and you can kind of see like how, like you can get a lot of coverage without a lot of product, especially these days with all the formulas that they have out now. So that's what I would say. I would say like looking for something that has more pigment, so to speak, so then you're not putting as much on and it's not getting like, you know, like I guess caught up in lines. Because I have, like I told you, I use this. There is another version of this that is heavier. So this is like, I think this is 40% pigment, and then the other one is like 70% pigment. I'm just like throwing those numbers out there. That one falls into my lines. my forehead lines. Like by the end of the day, I'm creased and it drives me. And it's the exact same formula, but it has more pigment to it, which is why I wear this.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like, it's finding what works for you. Yeah.
Okay. And then, give me one makeup do and one makeup don't.
Just in general?
Just in general.
Girl. Oh boy. Makeup do, wear what makes you feel good.
I love that.
And makeup don't. I don't know, just like don't listen to the haters. I don't know. Like
don't listen to the haters.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much propaganda out there now. It's like, you gotta look this way, you gotta look that way. When you're a woman of a certain age, you have to do this and do that. It's like,
yes. Right.
Nope.
I see what you mean.
Nope. Yeah.
Right. Like you were saying, even when we were talking about like putting the glitter on the eye, like thinking that 55, you shouldn't have, wear glitter on your eyelid. Like, so I think that's also the thing too, again, getting back to want to live that's authentically yours. If you want to wear that, wear it.
My Oma used to wear glitter on the tops of her cheeks, and this is like when she was 87, like, and I remember my mom's like, she's wearing glitter, and I'm like, Mom, if it makes her feel good, who cares? Like,
right.
She's like, yeah, you're right. So
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then just on a more personal note, what's one piece of advice you would have given to yourself 5 years ago?
It's just going to get better.
Makeup related. Just whatever.
It's just going to get better. You're going to figure it out. You're going to step into who you really are. Just keep going. Just trust it. Trust yourself. I've always been really good about trusting my instincts and kind of taking the leap and just seeing and just kind of like figuring it out, like on the way down, like, well, I'm going to land. And I usually always land on my feet. And if I don't, I figure it out. And also I think I would tell myself 5 years ago, don't listen to all the noise. It's a lot of noise. Like, don't worry about what everyone else is doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Focus on yourself, and not even just like stay in your lane. It's not even about that. It's just about like, focus on what you can control and focus on, like you and what you bring.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think, first of all, I think that's beautiful. And I agree.
Thanks.
100%. And I have seen you personally continue to get better and better. And again, I said at the beginning of this, I'm going to say it again as we get ready to close. I'm so incredibly proud of you and really leaning into your gift and doing so well. Like I said, on YouTube, it's just been a joy just to see you continue to grow and expand. It's just been a wonderful to witness. So I just wanted just to say that and congratulate you again for that. And before we wrap, I do want people to know also about your newer venture, your bridal. I want to make sure I got that in before we get out. So if there's anything that you want to say about that.
It is fairly new. I did luxury bridal back in Chicago about 10 years ago, and then got super burnt out on it. And I left it before I started to resent it. I was like, I don't want to resent this because I did really love this at one point and I still love it deep, deep down, but I need a break and I need to step away from it. And I stepped away from it for a really long time. And then I decided to move to LA. I was like, I want to work with celebrities. I want to just do the LA thing, work with beauty brands, all that stuff. And I did that. And then, things have happened where it's like just out of my control. Pandemic, there's been strikes with like the writer strike and all that. And our industry has just changed so much. I'm so lucky I don't work in production because production has been affected. It's just been insane. So the climate here is different. I think film will come back here, which is great, but for me, I just got kind of tired of being like, can you hire me? I'm right over here. I'm really good at my job. Just like, come over here and hire me, like waiting. Right. So I was like, I'm going to stop waiting. I want to start my own business. And I got married last year. And I remember when we were hiring our photographer, And I remember her talking about her brides and her couples and in her Instagram post. And I was like, I want to feel that. I miss that. I miss having that connection with my brides and with my clients on that level, you know? And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I've started a luxury bridal business, and it's been a little slow going as far as bookings, but I'm also still in like the planning stages. I'm still building out my website. It's bridalbyjeannie.com. It will be up and running very, very soon. I'm in the last part of it. Very excited. And I'm just excited to, to work with my brides and give them great service and just play a small little part in their day, So.
And I love that. So we're also going to make sure to put a link in the description, because you do have an Instagram for that.
Yes, I do
right now. And so you all can, and once you follow Jeannie on all social and including her YouTube, you will be able to be abreast of all of these things. And seriously, Jeannie is a dear friend of mine, of course, and I support her wholeheartedly. Not only because she's my friend, but because she is damn good at what she does. She really is. So if you are, looking to get some further education about makeup, about how you can feel your best and use makeup as a tool to do so, she is the person you want to look towards, especially. And also if you are a bride or know someone that is a bride to be, or someone that is looking for that, you can stay abreast of all of her developments with her Bridal by Jeannie. And I'm really excited about that. And two things that stood out to me about that was, number one, you recognized a boundary that you had for yourself back in the day when you were doing luxury bridal and it was starting to feel like it was too much. And you were like, let me step away so that I don't resent this. So I want to highlight that. The importance of being able to set those boundaries and see what doesn't feel aligned for us, and that it's okay to acknowledge that and pivot and find another direction. And then what ended up happening is that you went on in another direction, and then it ended up coming back to you organically, and it came back to you at a place where it felt aligned, and you were able to then shift and get back into it in your 40s, in midlife.
Yeah. So starting over.
So I just, that's an inspiration to someone that is watching, that it is literally never too late for you to come back to a dream a new dream. It's okay to pivot. Boundaries are beautiful. So I just wanted to like the things, and you were everything you said was just a perfect example of that. So I just wanted to highlight it.
Thank you. What a way to cap everything together. That's so true. She's so great with words. You're just so good with words. I love it. Yeah.
So thank you again, Jeannie.
Thank you.
Busy lady. So I thank you so much. She had a very long day yesterday working, and I appreciate you rallying and getting on this live with me and taking
anything for you.
So I appreciate it.
I owe you a visit. Ozzy and I owe you a visit. So we're going to come.
You and Ozzy owe me a visit. You absolutely do. So we need to get that together. We need to get that together. Thank you everyone for being here. If you're catching us on the replay, thank you for coming and checking this video out. Like I said, we will have all of the links and all of the information in the description box below for the different products, for all of Jeannie's social, and where you can follow and subscribe. If you are already subscribed to Jeannie, this is your first time being introduced to me, I invite you into my community.
Follow her.
And just ask that you also, subscribe and stick around and see what else I have coming down the pike as it pertains to my life abroad as well as midlife. And again, Jeannie, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here, all the comments and questions. And we both hope to see you all soon on our respective channels.
Yes, please. Thank you, Krista.
All right. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.